Okay, so we've talked about most of the differences between HTML and XHTML, and so the difference were the more strict syntax, and then you've got the doc type declaration, which is necessary for XHTML, and then you've got the head and title parts that are compulsory. So one of the other differences is that in XHTML you're supposed to declare the character set of the document. So let's go here to character sets. So character sets is a complex matter, so I can explain it just in one tutorial. So I'm thinking about doing a series of tutorials about character encoding. So I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. So when you write something like this, for example, you write like this, and you write the character A in a file. A computer does not understand the letter A. All it understands is binary digits. So A is going to be transformed into a series of 0101. So we have to find a way to encode the A into a series of binary digits. So for example, let's find here, we've got the Ascii. So this is one of the most basic character set. So this is the Ascii. So you've got 128 characters possible in this character set. So you've got, for example, the some symbols, and then from 0 to 9, and then equals, etc. And then you've got A, B, C, D. So you've got the capital letters and lowercase letters, and there you go. So 126, and there you go. So imagine that if you want to write the word baby or something, so what is going to happen is this. So B corresponds to the number 88. Then you've got the A, 97, 98, and then the Y is 121. So when you're going to save this document in an Ascii format, character encoding, what is supposed to happen is that when you save it, in the file there is a description of the file, and it says that this is the Ascii character. So when next time your computer is going to open up this file, what it's going to see is the number 98, 97, and then 98 and 121. So of course they're not going to be 98, is going to be binary digits. So when you say to the computer, okay, this is the character 98, the thing is that 98 out of what? What does 98 represent? So it has to have a character set. So when I save the document and I say, okay, this is an Ascii reference, each time I'm going to open the document, the computer is going to say, okay, where is the Ascii table? Here's a table. What is 98? 98 is this. So I'm going to show the letter B on the screen, and then it's going to take this one and this one and this one. The problem is, imagine that you feel something like you want to write some French. So you've got same words, bébé, and you try to save the document. The problem is that the accented A does not correspond to an Ascii character. That means that there's going to be a problem, because when it's going to be translated into something, so B is going to be always 98, and the A, the computer does not know how to represent with a number the accented A. so it's going to replace it with something I don't know what. So it's, sometimes it's weird symbols. So when we're going to open up the file, it's going to be problematic. So that means we cannot use the Ascii table to write this word. So you got to find another character set. So you see, for example, that you've got the ISO 88591, which is the family of characters for Western European languages. So you've got the first 128 characters, which are the same as Ascii, and then you've got 160 up until 256. So you've got symbols, characters, blah blah blah, and you've got all this. So there you go. So my document is going to be BB, so it's going to be 98, and then it's here you go, 233, 33, and then 98, and then 233. So yeah, so that means we can use the ISO a character set in order to write a document which is going to have accented letters and all kinds of tremors and etc. However, imagine that in a document you want to do something like your document is in French, and then you've got a direct quote from Homer or Greek, so you have to write something like which is the language, so I have to save it unfortunately in order to, I cannot show you here, something like here, this is English, something like this. I can do encoding directly, and then there you go. See, you've got already a problem because I went from Ascii to Unicode, but it doesn't matter, so forget about this. So if you've got something like this in the same document, the ISO 1 for Western European languages does not include these characters, so we're going to have another problem again. So each time you want to use a character set, you have to take into account the nature of the characters you're going to use in the file. So wait a minute, so these are the ISO somewhere here, you've got all the others. So let me just Google it, and there you go. So there you go. So if I only need Greek, for example, in a document, I could not just use the number 7. One is for Western languages, Latin languages, and then you've got this, the 5 for Cyrillic, and then the 2 for Central European, and then etc. etc. The 6 for Arabic, Farsi, and Urdu. There you go. So when you need a specific language, you can just use for the whole document a specific ISO code. However, if you mix and match, so you've got use different alphabets in the same document, you could use the Unicode. So there's somewhere here, I suppose you've got it. Well, it doesn't matter, we can find it here. So the Unicode is a character set that includes almost all possible letters or symbols from every given language. So when you precise that it's a Unicode character set, you're never going to have any problem with your characters, because they're always going to be compatible with anything. So what we use today is the UTF, the Unicode 8. So how do we use all this? As I said, there's going to be another tutorial, another series of tutorials about character sets. So don't get stressed if you didn't understand the whole tutorial, this one, because it is complex. So let's go back to character sets and how you can. There you go, the UTF. Okay, and then we've got again. Let's go back and we've got here. So let's find an example character sets, and you've got try yourself. And these are ISO 1 characters. You've got this one, and you see how we declare the encoding for a file, for an HTML XHTML file. So you've got try to change the character set to 8. So these are parts of the ISO 1. So if we declare here the 8, what's gonna happen? So we've got problems. So because they do not correspond to anything, so they're going to be interpreted within the 8 character set differently. So this is what can happen. That's why we have to be very, very careful with character sets. And so you take something like this and you just put it in the head of your file, so anywhere in the head. So you've got 1, for example, or it's even better, UTF-8. So this is how you declare. Something else you can do is, let's go to the tutorial again, and you go to you can see that this is the meta, the character encoding declaration. It goes with a meta tag. So we can go to the tag list, find the meta, it's meta equivalent, meta HTTP equivalent. So let's go to the attribute equivalent. These are examples. So you've got we have used the character set, and then content, text, blah blah blah. So you can also use something like this in order to declare the language. So it is used. This information is used by search engines to categorize pages by language. So when you've got Google and so something like this, and you go to the advanced research somewhere by language. So advanced search, sorry. So you've got, for example, need more tools and language. So Google is going to use this information, this meta information from your file in order to classify the results within the search. So this is more or less what you're supposed to do with characters and character encoding. And so we've seen how to declare the document, how to declare the character set, which is important, and you have to use it, or else you're going to have incompatibilities within browsers and computers and platforms. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to start talking about how we can format documents, HTML documents, with the CSS language.